Hey guys, welcome to BLONITY. First, my little disclaimer, the following content is not financial advice, and please be aware that I'm holding a diverse portfolio of crypto stocks. That being said, let's jump right into it. So yeah, Nasdaq we can see is down today, minus 0.4%. Looks not so good here. Also Bitcoin minus 0.5, so we dropped below the 40,000. But yeah, we came back a little bit. Let's go to the short term. Here Bitcoin, this green candle we have seen here, wick below the 40,000 recovered, but yeah, there's no follow through so far. So yeah, let's see where this is going. I think with Nasdaq continues to go down, it is likely that Bitcoin also will go down more. Also, the crypto stocks are not doing good here again. They're all in red. Only Iris Energy is in green today. They seem a little bit more stable than the others right now. So it seems like there is some buying interest in there. So let's focus on Bitcoin. Yeah, so when we go to the long term here, or the 1 day, we can see, okay, we are not above this bull run support line here, this trend line. We were not able to go higher here to get through this resistance here at 45,000. And yeah, let's move on here. Also the MACD here on the daily seems like it will cross red today. Let's go to the 3-day chart. Also on the 3-day, we are making lower green candles here on the MACD. And on the weekly here, this red candle here, the last week looks not very nice. And this week, if it plays out this way, also looks not good. Let's go to the monthly. I think the monthly is where we should focus now, because here on the MACD, for example, we can see here that we are already in red since January. So, I mean, yeah, we have seen this before here in 2018 in the big bear market we had here. And we have seen this here in 2020, which was not that a long period, but it was also in red. So, big question is, are we entering a bear market now for all the major assets, or yeah, can we recover from this? I think no one knows for sure, but there is a chance that this bull run continues, but there's also a chance that we go into a bear market now. And yeah, I think we should prepare for both scenarios. No one knows how this plays out. We have a lot of fear in the markets. Shocker from Fed repo oracle, Solta Postra, Powell must crash the market to calm down inflation, he says. Peter Brand says head and shoulders top in the S&Ps. A number of technical traders have pointed out this a potential top. While the form itself is close to perfection so far, the volume profile is not consistent with classical charting. Highest volume should not be on the right shoulder, so that's what we can see here, the high volume. So yeah, maybe that means that this head and shoulders will not play out, but yeah, we don't know. Another news here, Biden expected to issue executive order on crypto and CBDCs next week report. So both President Barack Obama and the previous administration issued executive orders related to digital assets. So we don't know exactly what they're telling us then. But it will definitely add to the volatility. I mean, on the one hand, people say, okay, this regulation is good for crypto, but on the other hand, it could lead to more suppression here or to more fear in the market. Next one, is Russia going to invade Ukraine, and what does Putin want? I mean, you've heard it. This is right now a thing which drives the volatility also. How big is the risk of an invasion? Yeah, more than 100,000 troops have been deployed close to Ukraine's border, and a reported 30,000 more are engaged exercised in Belarus. So also here is the question, will Putin and Russia invade the Ukraine or not? We don't know it. Maybe this is just a coup to get his goals, what he wants. He wants that Ukraine doesn't join the NATO. Russia has long resisted Ukraine's move towards European institutions, both NATO and the EU. Its core demand now is for the West to guarantee Ukraine will not join NATO, a defensive alliance of 30 countries. So, yeah, I mean, he has positioned troops here around Ukraine. And, yeah, the question is, will Ukraine join the NATO or not? Biden warns every day now that tomorrow or in 48 hours, Russia will invade Ukraine. But, yeah, let's see. Then we have the inflation, 7.5% in the US. And we have the Fed prepared for faster interest hikes if inflation persists. So also the rate hikes, the potential rate hikes, and the quantitative tightening also fears the market. So a lot of things are happening out there which are generating a lot of volatility. Also, what we have seen is private lawsuit freezes Canadian Freedom Convoy crypto fundraising. The funds in over 120 crypto addresses were frozen by the injunction. So, yeah, that's also scary. I mean, a private class action lawsuit against participants in the Canada's Freedom Convoy has successfully secured an injunction freezing funds raised via crypto donations. Was signed on Thursday by freezes crypto assets in more than 120 different addresses tied to BTC, ADA, and so on. So, yeah, I mean, get your coins from the exchanges. I mean, if they can freeze them like bank accounts if the money is on wallets on exchanges. So that really doesn't help for crypto. So focusing a little bit on the macro thing for Bitcoin. So Julian Timmer, he's the macro chief from Fidelity. Bitcoin has been in a choppy trading range for almost a year now, bouncing between 30K and 65K. The up or down debate continues to be a favorite hobby for many, but it's mostly noise. For Bitcoin, the network is what matters. Let's dig deeper. What matters most, I zoom a little bit in here. What matters most is where the demand curve is going, and the answer continues to be up and to the right. Below we see the number of Bitcoin addresses continues to move higher following a simple power regression curve. So yeah, this is the long-term growth path. In the past, I've compared Bitcoin growth to historical S-curves, namely mobile phone subscriptions and internet adoption. A more recent example of a network effect is Apple's rise to network dominance since the 1990s. I'm going to take some creative license here, applying Metcalfe's law to the Apple scenario. Apple's network has increased 53x since 1996. Its market value, on the other hand, has increased 1,699x. If Apple increase in market value should have been roughly the square of its growth in sales, 53 to the power of 2, then we get an expected growth rate of 2,855x for Apple's market value. At 1,699x, it's in the ballpark. So we can see the network growth here for Apple, and we can the market cap see rising here of 1,700x. So this is when the network rises, the network effect rises, the market cap or the value of this thing rises exponentially, and Apple shows this. Apple's price has grown 1,457x since 1996, while its price to sales ratio has grown 30 times. In the growth in valuation is an exponent of the growth in sales, then price should increase as an exponent of both metrics. For Apple, it has. Here we can see it again. Now let's compare this to the Bitcoin network growth and valuation. Below I show Bitcoin's price year-end 2021 and its price to network ratio. My attempt to putting a valuation on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's valuation has increased 867 times here since 2011, while its price has increased 640,000 times. If we apply Metcalfe's law and calculate the square of 867, we got to 751,000. This is roughly in line with the 640,000 realized price gain. So yeah, here's the network effect and here's the valuation, or the Bitcoin size and the valuation. Below is side-by-side comparison of Apple and Bitcoin, different animals to be sure, but they follow a similar path as dedicated by the network growth. So this is Apple here, the network and the value of the network, and we can see here with Bitcoin with the same here. So what's next for Bitcoin's demand curve? Below are two possible measures based on historical S-curves, mobile phone subscription and internet adoption. They show different slopes but suggest a similar overall long-term growth path end. So yeah, we're here in Bitcoin right now, and if we apply the mobile phone growth here, this would be the curve. And if we apply the internet users here, this was a little bit slower growth here. So overall, we can see Bitcoin here is on track on the long term, but on the short term, I think everything is possible. We can go down here again, and we have to wait. So yeah, everyone should be aware of this. It is very volatile, and yeah, no one knows where it goes in the short term, but in the long term, it looks promising, and that's why we are in this. So we have some news here from CoinDesk about the new miner. Questions swirl around new miners best-in-class Bitcoin mining rig. Among other discrepancies, the chip makers supposedly involved with new miner said they were unfamiliar with the project. So yeah, there's a nice article which breaks it all down. I will not go through it. Yeah, I mean, the doubts when the news of new miner deal broke, Luxor Technologies, the crypto software and service company, cast doubt on the story. Yeah, we know it. I will put the link into the description of the video if you want to read it. Yeah, then just read it. A lot of questions about this miner, definitely. So what is Big Capital doing? Sequoia Capital looking to raise up to 600 million for new crypto fund. The venerable crypto capital firm is launching its first crypto-specific fund. Storied venture capital firm Sequoia Capital is looking to raise 500 to 600 million for its first sector-specific crypto fund. The fund is one of the first sub-funds launched after the firm's major restructuring announced November. Yeah, Sequoia Crypto Fund is one of the first sub-funds. In an interview with CoinDesk, a company official also confirmed a 900 million to 915 million ecosystem sub-fund that lets select founders of portfolio firms invest in other related companies, and a 3.2 billion and 3.5 billion expansion sub-fund focused on growth stage companies. So the Big Capital is still going in here. Big fundraisers planned here from Sequoia Capital. So yeah, this is also something we have to keep in mind. Josh Rayner joins Hut 8 Mining as Vice President of Sales. So the miners are still hiring, growing the team to support growth here. Yeah, what is Blockworks telling us? Just in UAE set to issue a nationwide crypto licensing and build a crypto mining ecosystem. So this is the Emirates, and yeah, they're building a crypto mining ecosystem and also nationwide crypto licensing. So there are things happening in the world, bullish things for Bitcoin. But yeah, let's go to the chart here. Yeah, we're now back below the 40,000. Also, Nasdaq is still big in red today. So yeah, that looks not great. Hopefully we can recover over the weekend here. But in the short term, it looks not great here. Let's see what is going on here. Yeah, we're below the 40,000. Let's see where the day closes. Can we go back above it or not? Stocks are in red. Everything more or less in red. Yeah, only Iris Energy here up 5% today. Very interesting. Okay guys, so thank you very much for watching and see you in the next one. Auf Wiedersehen.